What's going on, everybody? Mighty Max 84 here. Today we are talking about Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, and this is the game cover right here. I don't have the TV on mute, but I'm going to do that right now. This is kind of an unstructured intro, but yeah. Got you in mind, Gollum Cone. It's been kind of a couple of weeks, like a week and a half. I've just been watching DVDs and stuff, man. I can't be doing these reviews like crazy. I want to do like 5 reviews a week, but I don't know, man. I'm human. But I am doing this intro right now, and I'm going to check out what Resident Evil 3 Nemesis is all about. I have not been playing Resident Evil 2 because I got stuck in that game, and I'm playing Xbox original games at the moment. So I just remember this main guy, the Resident Evil 3 dude. I mean, I guess his name is Nemesis, right? I've seen action figures and stuff, like people, I don't know, it's a cool little character. He just looks like a arch nemesis of the franchise or something. He's kind of he's got a very distinct look. And apparently you can play as some female. I'm not sure if that's Claire Redfield. You can play as Claire Redfield in Code Veronica. Wait a minute. No, her name is Veronica, right? I don't know. It doesn't matter. But Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Here's some gameplay footage. I don't know. You might be able to not see it as much because of the reflection. But yeah, it looks like a pretty good, clean, crisp graphics. I don't know, I kind of see the jaggies because I'm playing on the upscaler. I hope you got my message, Gollum Cone, because I don't know, we kind of have similar setups where we have the VGA box, and then we have the upscaler hooked up to the VGA box, which trails into the HDMI or whatever outputs or inputs you got. Yeah, so there's that. And yeah, I've just been kind of like laying back and stuff. I ordered another Mighty Max toy, so this kind of coincides with cool stuff review or whatever. But it's just kind of like a little dungeon play set or whatever. You got a little dragon, little Grim Reaper guy, and then you got Mighty Max himself. And it's got like a little cool little like rope thing. It kind of I mean, it stays up without it, but it's just nice to have. And I don't know, it's cool. It's this is one that I grew up with originally, so it's just kind of like Skull Dungeon or Doom Dungeon or something. Just has a you know, just kind of a dragon look to it. So kind of, you know, mystical Dungeons and Dragons type quality or whatever. It's just it's one of those that kind of stuck out. It's kind of like the Skull Dungeon one or whatever, the Dungeon Lab or whatever the crap, but it just sticks out. It's kind of one of the more common ones. But oh, and I ordered another one, so I got another one coming. And I've been playing a lot of Mad TV. I got Mad TV season 1 and 2, and I remember watching this on Fox. I believe it was Mad TV, and then they played the X-Files, where you know, in my geographical location, Fox played Mad TV, then X-Files, and then The Outer Limits. There's a picture of Leonard Nimoy right there, and I'm excited about that because I like Trek. So I wonder what episode Leonard Nimoy is in. And yeah, so these are really good shows, and I got some more X-Files just right here. I got like season 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, so I got 5 seasons, and there's a new X-Files show, and Gillian Anderson, she looks like more attractive now that she's older, but it's like weird because like, how does that happen? Was she cloned in a lab? What's up with Gillian Anderson? So this is kind of my fun time right now. I'm just kind of like watching it, and I forgot how long these Outer Limits episodes are. They are extremely long. It's like an hour long, or at least 45 minutes. It's incredible. It's a lot of quality, too, because the production values are very high. Kind of reminds me of when they were trying to do Masters of Horror, where they were trying to get like horror directors to direct little miniseries. It's kind of like those little trash novel books I had this book called The Book of the Dead, and it was like Stephen King wrote a little segment in it, and a bunch of other people wrote little segments and stuff, and it was like really cool. It was like about zombies and stuff. And this is not really noteworthy or anything, but I remember this movie called Powder, and it just kind of stuck out from the 90s, and it's not anything special. It's just some albino guy with electricity, like lightning powers. So kind of like Carrie, how you're taking revenge on bad guys or something by I don't know. I forgot how it goes, but apparently Jeff Goldblum's in it when I was looking at the back of the thing. And I need to watch more Married with Children. I kind of stopped, but I got season 1 and 2 and season 4. And apparently this is a really long running series. And I just kind of want to pick up these DVDs as I go and just kind of watch them. And I'm really enjoying just laying back and not really putting a lot of pressure on myself to do these videos. So that kind of explains why I'm not uploading like crazy. I did a MGTOW video, which kind of brings my channel back to its roots, because I started off with a few MGTOW videos here and there, and it was really good to get a lot of stuff off my chest, because I put myself out there, and like I said, hey man, as men we're worthy. We don't need to hold back because of social conditioning and programming, because things are messed up. Things are wrong with society and how just everything with females and all this, and they need to be called out, because it's truth. And I'm a big fan of truth right now. I'm a big fan of truth just in general, but yeah, like there's just so much that needs to be said, and this is my channel, and yeah, if you don't like what I have to say, you don't have to watch it. But if you do like what I have to say, then welcome aboard. What's up? Yeah, good times. But yeah, we're gonna play some Dreamcast. I might get some gameplay footage done tonight. I'm probably just going to get another intro. I have an idea for another video, which I'm going to do. I got photos done already, so we're going to do that. This is 7 minutes in. We're not really talking about Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, but it's another Capcom game. It's going to be solid. It's going to be pretty good gameplay mechanics and all this. Gollum Cone, you like Resident Evil Code Veronica better than Resident Evil 2, but in the PAL region in Europe, they the popular consensus is that Resident Evil 2 is better, but you like Code Veronica better, and like here in the States, people like Code Veronica better too when it comes to Dreamcast games. So it's just kind of interesting about how you know, different territories regard things. Like I was talking about the Mad Catz Dream Blaster, the light gun is regarded here in the States for being like surprisingly good, even though it's a Mad Catz product, and in Europe it's kind of slammed. I don't understand it, but it just, hey, different regions, different attitudes, different people vocalizing what they like and don't like and whatnot. And we're going to check out Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, and good times all the way around. We get to play as some chick. I don't know. That was just like the shortest intro I've ever seen. Alright, that's that. So let's hit new game. Now it's very interesting that what is the Mercenaries epilogue? Is that like a little explanation of what happened prior? Game config, I don't know. Let's see what epilogue's all about. Oh, okay, it's one of those. Yeah, you just gotta unlock stuff as you go. It's kind of a little gameplay function that's kind of common in a bunch of games, I think. Mercenaries. What is this? Kind of like Resident Evil 2, where there's 2 discs, and then I think there's different modes. Like in the Dreamcast version, there's something special about it that kind of got overlooked because the PlayStation 1 version was the more popular version, I believe. I think I read up a little bit about it. Mercenaries. Oh, this is just a side mission. That's cool. This was before the age of DLC and whatnot, so... okay, just for the sake of this review, let's see what's up with it. My Rumble Pack just jolted. That was cool. Okay, we got Carlos, Mikhail, Nikolai. Let's be Nikolai. This makes me think of Metal Gear Solid a whole lot. Oh, it's just a timed mission mode. Okay. There's got to be an X button because the controls have to be similar to Resident Evil 2, right? Can't be too different. I'm just not familiar with these games as much as some folk. And here I am just floundering because I don't know how to play. Oh, you have to equip it before you do anything. Yeah. Yeah, too late. Too late for Nikolai Tesla, which the internet keeps talking about, because I remember a time before the internet, or even early internet, where people were not really talking about Nikola Tesla as much. I always talk about the randomest stuff, the most random stuff. But this is just kind of a timed mission mode thing, and it's a cool little side thing to have. I ran out of ammo, so I'm just gonna die, I guess. Let's just check out the real game, right? I'm having a hard time figuring out these menus here. This is okay. You gotta hit quit and then X. Okay. Very confusing if you're familiar with the standard, controller configuration. Easy mode. Oh my gosh, yes. Alright, new mode, easy mode. Okay, I keep forgetting. I keep wanting to hit that A button. Oh, you get to pick costumes? I guess I'm digging the more conservative, sleek, black skin tight look, as opposed to this little stock look. But I'm not digging the Blood Rain look, or the Hillary Clinton look, or the pantsuit from the 90s shoulder pad look, or those are some shoulder pads too. This is a stripper cop right there. That's but yeah, I watched some MGTOW video about how when you go to male strip clubs, it's the
It all began as an ordinary day in September, an ordinary day in Raccoon City, a city controlled by Umbrella. No one dared to oppose them, and that lack of strength would ultimately lead to their destruction. I suppose they had to suffer the consequences of their actions, but there would be no forgiveness. If only they had had the courage to fight. It's true that once the wheels of justice begin to turn, nothing can stop them. Nothing. It was Raccoon City's last chance, and my last chance. My last escape.
This is Chopper Delta, preparing to drop off at area E95070. What are they?
Alright, well here we are, shooting zombies. Let me turn this down a little bit. Back to my line of consciousness, my thought stream. Yeah, women go to strip clubs for different reasons. You go to a male strip club and all that you see is just like scantily clad women. And the whole point of the whole thing is to see the naked person. That's it. But I love that this game's not timed. But women go to strip clubs and what do you see? You see the men playing dress up. You see the, you know, they're attracted to men, so, you know, of course this might not make sense to you, but the men are dressed up like as firemen or police officers. That's because those are high-paying jobs, and women love that fantasy because they're hypergamous. They are, you know, gynocentric, and yeah, hypergamy is the key word here because, or it's the operative word, because they are all about being an opportunist in order to get wealth from men. And as men, we're just not people. We, you know, they don't view us as sex objects. They view us as success objects. So what they find attractive and what gets them all hot and bothered is the fantasy of just a workhorse slave man, because that's what they really want. And it's just really gross if you think about it, because women are hedonistic in nature, and the fact that they derive sexual fantasy and satisfaction from the thought of just strict or pure male usury is disgusting to me. There's got to be a way to jump the... Yeah, there was a way to jump the garbage can in the first game. But, yeah, once I get on to my little thought streams, the gameplay suffers for it. So, apologies there. Yeah, get in that door, lady. Yeah, you're outnumbered. It's a cinematic. It's a very nice cinematic. Action-packed, you know. Yeah, I meant to mention... before I was kind of interrupted about the cinematic, about the graphic and the fidelity and the quality.
September 28th, daylight. The monsters have overtaken the city. Okay, we've got to get out of here.
What? What do you think you're talking about? I just lost my daughter out there. How dare you tell me to go back outside?
I'm sorry about your daughter, but there isn't going to be any rescue. We have to get out of here.
No! I'm not going anywhere. I'd rather starve to death in here than be eaten by one of those undead monsters. Now leave me alone!
Oh, that was kind of funny because that big guy, he was he kind of reminded me of a character from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon, and I've been channeling a whole lot of 90s, and yeah, those barrels in the background makes me think of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, because there was some stuff with stuff in barrels or something, some sort of goo, but yeah, he sounded like a woman, and I was just thinking about how men, they kind of shame each other when men complain. Other men will say, "Oh, he sounds like a woman" and stuff. Well, a lot of times dudes do sound like women, and it's not good to sound like a woman. But I don't know. I'm more vocal, and I complain about things, like especially on my videos and stuff. And I can see how some guys just won't like that, because we've just been indoctrinated by this society of like shaming language, and like you know we just never really talk about our feelings or anything like that. But I've never really been I never really felt the need to kind of constrain myself, because I avoid social stuff. I'm very social with my job, and then I just go home and I just kind of do this and I vent and stuff. So you know, if you want to come at me and just say that I sound like a woman or whatever, I just tune that stuff out. You know what I mean? Is there a run button with this chick? I was going to talk about fidelity and just all of this graphical quality and everything, but it does not look as good as Resident Evil 2. I remember Resident Evil 2 just having way better graphics. I think that the Dreamcast version of Resident Evil 2 is probably the best, but I don't know. I don't have any kind of reference point, but this one looks like it's just straight up shovelware. Looks like a PlayStation 1 game. Kind of more glossy. Gollum Cone, you were talking about the Dreamcast for Tekken. I forgot which Tekken. I guess it's the first Tekken, right? I don't know, but anyway, yeah. I'm jealous of the Dreamcast games because that's something I just never really tracked down. I never really felt the need to, but, you know, as a Dreamcast collector, you know, I don't know. It's an interesting little piece to have, I think. Is that the door I came in? Let's see if zombies are out there. Oh. Anyway. I'm digging her little skin-tight suit, man. She's looking kind of hot there. Digging it. Looking at her as she's walking by, you know. With her, can I please speak to the manager haircut, you know? But yeah, you know, I'm just kind of playing this game, just kind of getting a generalized feel for the game, and I'm not really sure if there's any kind of run button. I don't know. You kind of hold down the right or left trigger to do your little stance, X button to shoot, Y button for the map. You know, speaking of the graphical qualities, yeah, it looks like a PS1 game, and it's kind of muddy, kind of a murky looking game just in terms of graphics, and yeah, I was just wanting to talk about how, you know, I'm just kind of in more of a positive mental mind frame just because of little things that I'm doing, like dieting, exercising, you know, all the stuff that they tell you to do, but you don't really grow up doing it because you're like, oh, you know, I'm just going to be cool, you know, I'm just going to eat junk food and stay up late and do all this. And yeah, you know, I've just been doing really good, taking really good care of myself, and I'm just in a really good positive mindset. And what's been helping me the last few days is just this, like, whole focusing on things that make me happy, like this nostalgia. I ordered a bunch of stuff on eBay just because, but I got some really cool toys, and I got some DVDs and stuff, just some real good throwback stuff. Yeah, this game operates just like the other one. You can, oh wait, you got an infinite ink ribbon? That's really kind of neat that you can do that in this game because, oh man, you were kind of restricted in the first game, so I'm going to put that into account, but I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I've just been ordering stuff, and, like, you know, like, I got enough stuff, and it's like, you know, I'm ordering, like, Mighty Max toys that I did not grow up with, some that I did, and, like, toys that I grew up with, and toys that I remember, and toys that might have not have been my own toys. It might have been, like, some of my sister's toys, but I was just very fond and kind of claimed. You know, just stuff like that. Just, you know, things that appeal to me. Like there was this McDonald's toy line called I believe the Attack Pack, right? And I might do a cool stuff review on that. Looks like the Burger King logo in the back corner there, right? See, right in front of the chick, looks like the Burger King logo. But yeah, I mean, I want to get my hands on some Give Yourself Goosebumps books, and the parody books, the Gooflumps books. There's only 2 of those, and I'm just really nostalgic, guys, and I've just been really focusing on that. Oh, and I also went on eBay and found for $75. I'm biting the bullet hardcore with this one, but I found Are You Afraid of the Dark, the complete series on Blu-ray. I think it's on I don't know how many discs, 2 to 5 discs, something like that. And man, she looks good in that black get-up she's got. I mean, doesn't she? Look at that. Looking like one of them. She looks like a spy. You know, I think like, you know, I keep talking about Austin Powers and like my channel. I keep talking about like Waterboy and stuff, but there's like other comedies and stuff of the '90s and whatnot. But I'm just so nostalgic, man. I've just been like channeling all of this nostalgia, and it just makes me happy. I wonder about being worldly because we're not supposed to be, right? But I'm happy. I mean, like I play like offline games a lot. I've been playing Xbox original and stuff, and like I just didn't really grow up playing internet games, so I don't really feel the need to just be hooked up to a PS4 and just be playing some game that's popular. Like I just want to play Dreamcast. I want to play Xbox. I want to play this. I want to do these videos. I mean, I guess this is technically playing online, but I don't know. I mean, I just really like what I'm doing lately, and it's just really awesome, and it's kind of rewarding too, because I've been working a string of days, and just I'm not uploading like I really want to, but I don't know. I'm just very lackadaisical with playing this game right now. I'm not really running around. Oh, you hold down the A button to run. That's lame. Lame that it took this long to find out, you know. The graphics are not too terrible. I just for some reason think that Resident Evil 2 looks better. And the graphics grow on you because, hey, I'm just playing the game. I'm just, you know, exploring the realm. Trying to figure out how to get out of this little warehouse area. Oh, he's just throwing a little hissy fit. He don't want to leave that little chamber. He'll crawl out eventually, right? But I think it's like kind of a typical video game fashion to kind of have like feminist leanings, I guess, or story or narrative or whatever, because it, you know, I guess video games are kind of criticized for not having like strong female characters, but that's just bullcrap that, you know, Anita Sarkeesian and crap was trying to come up with, because there were, you know, we got Tomb Raider, we got games like this. I mean, like, dude, seriously, like, society's been propping up women for a long time. This has been long in the making, you know. Can I get out of this door, you know? Oh, okay, that's what I did. I picked up the key, and now it says you no longer need it, but I'm not going to discard it. No, man, I'm not wasteful. Not like that. It's going to say, oh, you want to discard it? You don't need it again. Well, I'm a man, you know. Men think long term, man. We're like, you know. Yeah, I guess that's why we don't want to get rid of stuff. Women want to get rid of stuff, but then again, they're kind of hypocrites because they're guilty of clutter and stuff too. Yeah, man. Just can't get over how good she looks in that outfit. And I picked the right outfit, man. Picked the right outfit for her. Wait, I don't have my gun equipped. I don't think. That's not good. Still getting used to the controls. Like, yeah, if you played one Resident Evil game, you probably got the main gist of how to play all of them, I guess. I'm just reiterating, but yeah, if you played one Resident Evil game, you probably understand the gist of how to play, you know, pertaining to the menus and whatnot. Oh, I also wanted to add about drinking sodas. That, you know, it's just kind of commonplace, especially here in the States, that it's just like people drink it and they don't really think much about it. People just drink soda. It's just like kind of thrown at you, you know. It's in commercials and stuff. It's like, yeah, just go ahead and drink it, just whatever. And they'll, you know, people give sodas to their kids all the time. But I came across some information, man, just about how hard it is. I mean, like, I always knew that soda was bad, but soda has all kinds of bad qualities. Like, I recommend looking it up. Like, it is an embarrassment that, you know, our society and culture just promotes that, kind of pushes it on us. Like there's like soda machines in schools and stuff. It's really embarrassing because we really don't need to be drinking that stuff, because like the amount of sugar that's in it is more than the human body can handle. And then they put some sort of stuff in it to make the body confused so you don't throw up. It's really an embarrassment, and it's just really bad how society just lets like stuff like circumcision just keep going on. And you know, you watch movies and television, they'll be like advertising drinking alcohol. Like they'll get you emotionally invested in a main character, you know, but then that main character's got bad character qualities. Like you'll empathize with the devil, basically. Like that show Mad Men, it's like you watch it and you see Don Draper drinking alcohol and smoking cigarettes and stuff, and it's an embarrassment to humanity. And it's you know, like you'll watch a show and then the commercial will be like turned up, like, you know, like they'll turn up the volume just to get you to pay attention, and that's insulting to the intellect. You know, most commercials are just insulting to the intellect. Like they'll, you know, demonize men with all that gynocentric crap. You know. It's embarrassing. I'm not proud to be a human being, yet alone an American. Why is it that there's stricter food regulations in the UK as opposed to in America? Why is that? That's wrong. Our leaders need to have our best interest in mind. That they need to be benevolent parents, and they need to actually educate us and bring us up and stuff, but they're not doing that. And then you research stuff and you find out that they're all Satanists and stuff, and then people don't believe you because of cognitive dissonance and stuff. I'm worried about running out of ammo, but the corpses don't really come back to life and try to, like, you know, bite your legs and stuff like in the, I want to say first game, but it's Resident Evil 2 is what I'm talking about. Lighter oil, yes. Now I'm eventually going to have to discard that warehouse key just because I don't have inventory. I'm going to have to go back to that treasure box, you know, that little safe thing that you gotta do or whatever. I mean, I hate females a whole lot, but I can't ignore them because their bodies are awesome. You know, like that's what's so awesome about women is that that they look good. They got curves, they got boobs, they got, you know, all of that good stuff, but they're just so horrible, man. It's just so flippin' messed up. And then if you have any kind of problem with women, they shame you and say, oh, well, you must be gay or something. Well, dude, just because you have a legitimate gripe about one gender does not mean that you're gay. It just means that you have things to say. And that's just a slap in the face to truth, you know what I mean? See, I knew that. I knew I'd have to... See, I need a gun. That's the thing about this game. Warehouse key. Let's combine. Check. Okay. How do you get rid of it? I'm not sure how you get rid of stuff. What's weird is that I had to unplug my controller port and then turn the system off like twice just now. I don't know. Different language. 50%, 60% of the game completed. Alright, let's just do that one. That's cool. Hey, I got to keep the same costume. Either that or the person who played this game originally. Yeah, I deleted the original game save, so the person who played this game really liked that costume. So, can't say I blame him, because it's probably a him. So, I don't know why Chick is wounded, but let's keep going. Because of my horrible inactivity when I'm playing, I just my character stays stagnant while I'm doing whatever. But yeah, when it comes to like brain functioning and stuff, like just high sugar content with like sodas and stuff, it's really like the opposite of what you really want to do. And I swear, man, it's just like, you know, if you try, you know, fasting and OMAD and stuff like that, you know, one meal a day and whatever, like, you know, you you just become a lot more conscientious about what you're eating and what you're putting in your body. And you become curious about what you're putting in your body, and you get a little bit more picky about what you want real nutrition. You want good stuff in your body because it's, you just care more. It raises your consciousness and your vibration. And then when you come across, like, information, it's really appalling, man. Like, sugar should, seriously, like, you can't make kids not drink soda. You can tell anybody that stuff is bad for them, but they're still gonna do it. That's why we need, like, education. We need, like, real education. Why do we have these stupid schools that just hold up kids, and then it makes kids not want to learn, and they're not teaching the real stuff? I'm outraged, man. I don't have kids, but seriously, man, it's a slap in the, like, we don't need to be giving growing, evolving children that crap. And and then they kind of hide under the umbrella of, oh, well, this is America. We have freedoms of individuality and rights. But dude, people are flipping idiots. Like, if you leave a bunch of women to their own device, how do I get out of this menu? But if you leave women to their own devices, they become socialistic. Like, there's this term called, like, cultural Marxism, and that's just like communism and socialism and stuff. And that's because women are collectivist in nature, because they have to rely on men/society to run things. And they take that for granted because government has been just destroying the family by propping up women and saying, hey, you can do this and do that or whatever. But women really need men to be happy. And I guess I'm kind of channeling Liberation Y and Ronin Man and Red Shift, because those are good MGTOW channels, right? Keep forgetting I can hold down A. Is there anything I can pick up? Like, everything is... thanks, dude, for loading up everything. Yeah, who knows what you got to do at this point, but apparently you can just, like, creek stomp where you're oh, you can't go vagina deep in that water. You know how they always say, I'm knee deep in the water. Well, that water goes up to her vagina, her nasty stank vagina. That's how you pronounce vagina, by the way. You go, vagina. I keep things relatively clean on this channel and stuff, but, truth is truth and facts are facts, man. You know what I mean? But, will you push the button? Yes, of course. Why not? And then the elevator falls through the elevator shaft, and then it's just blood and guts all up in the inside of that elevator, man. So yeah, good times. So this is just kind of one of those games where you just have to go around and search and stuff, and that's just kind of a gripe of these games where, I don't know, like playing Resident Evil 2, I was just playing the game, I wasn't really getting stuck, I was just kind of enjoying myself. I didn't really get caught up like I did in this one. This one seems a little bit less likable, and I didn't go into this thinking that it was going to be anything bad, because, like, Gollum Cone, man, you were telling me about how Resident Evil 2 is regarded as being awesome. I said in the intro that I didn't quote you for saying that, but that was you that said that Resident Evil 2 is more regarded in Europe. And Code Veronica is regarded as just being really awesome overall, I guess, but here in the States it's regarded as the best, and it's your personal best, yeah, but or your personal favorite, but yeah, this game is, I guess, kind of middle of the road. I haven't seen Nemesis yet. I guess they have to showcase that guy and then just give you a regular game. I don't know. I feel like I'm in purgatory, guys. I'm not gonna keep playing this, but let's get a good view of this chick. If we can, let's. She's not feeling too good. She needs to pop an antacid or something. I don't know. Yeah, what am I gonna give this game? For some reason, I liked Resident Evil 2 better, and I gave that one a straight 10 because, even though these aren't really my type of games, I kind of, acknowledge that there are fans for this game series, and I don't want to take away from other people's enjoyment, but you have to familiarize yourself with these games, and I think that it's kind of a cheap shot to give it a 9, but personally it's just I would rather give Resident Evil 2 another go as opposed to trudging along trying to play this one. Like I said, the graphics aren't the best. Like, look at her legs, man. They're kind of like spazzing out. The graphics and stuff, like this scream shovelware, because that's stuff that the PlayStation 1 does. That, the Dreamcast is better than that. The Dreamcast deserves better than that. And I bet you the presentation on Code Veronica is a whole lot better. Leagues. So yeah, the graphics aren't the best, but you can forgive it. You can change the chick's costume. That's cool. You have infinite ribbons to save because you use typewriters to save. But I mean, that still doesn't really. I mean, it's still kind of unforgivable that the one before this one looks and I guess plays better. I don't know. It's just better for the uninitiated. This one's like one of those sequel games that if it was the first one that you play, it kind of turns you away from the whole entire thing. It's like there's people out there who don't like Resident Evil because they've tried this one first, and that's kind of my opinion. I don't know. I guess it's all different with our tastes in games. But I want to say 8.8. Just because, if you're used to these games, this probably is pretty sweet game to get into and everything. But like I said, just not really my cup of tea. Do I recommend? As a general rule, I'll just be like, hey, this is a Resident Evil game. Yeah, sure. I'm not going to say no, but I'm going to recommend 2 or Code Veronica because I need to give Code Veronica another shot, and that's the next NTSC game to be in line, of course. But yeah, this is another really long one, guys, and I apologize for that. But yeah, 8.8. I recommend other Resident Evil games over this one for the Dreamcast, right? And other than that, yeah, I won't keep you for any much longer. I appreciate you guys watching.